Good afternoon, everyone. Today, our topic is about the food safety measures, the various food safety measures we have discussed in the last video. Now, today's topic is about HACCP. Here, the HACCP stands for the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. Now, we'll go into the details of it. Here, as I have already told, HACCP, what is the full form of HACCP? Here, hazard, hazard means the danger to health. Any of the hazards which are present, they are very critical or they are very dangerous for the health. If we are looking into the food safety point of view, then the hazards can be of the different types. They can be physical hazards, chemical hazards and biological hazards. So we will look into the different types of hazards in the later slides in detail. The second point is analysis. Here the analysis, the meaning of analysis is the investigation of the hazard. Whatever the investigation we do about the hazard, any type of hazard that we talk about, that is called as analysis. Third is critical. Critical is the meaning is crucial for containment. Okay, it is very crucial. There are certain critical points, so that is called as crucial for containment or of controlling them. Control, what is the meaning of control? It means handling of conditions. If the control means is handling any of the condition, that is called as control. And points means the position in the process. There can be different positions in the process, like there can be production process, processing, or there can be procurement, or there can be manufacturing or distribution, and finally is the end product release of the final end product. Here in the today's topic, whatever the different objectives that we will be learning, they are
Now the learning objectives will be like to understand the purpose of hazard analysis critical control point. In the today's topic, we will be studying about what is the purpose of hazard analysis critical control point. And the second point is to define the term hazards and critical control point. We will also be learning the term that is hazard, what is a hazard and what is the critical control point. So these things we will be learning in today's topic. Third point is to understand how this HACCP, we call hazard analysis critical control point in the short form as HACCP. So we will be learning about how to understand how the HACCP assists the food industry, how the HACCP plans, they assist, they help the food industries to provide the safe food product. To recall the 7 principles of HACCP process. So we will also be learning about the 7 different principles of HACCP process. Now the legal responsibility, if we look into the food safety standards or the food companies, various food companies are there in the market nowadays. So there are certain legal responsibilities there that are upon the food companies. So they are food companies, they have the legal responsibility to produce a safe food. Any of the food companies or the food manufacturing or the food processing company, or we can say food distribution companies, they have the legal responsibility that they should deliver the food product in a very safe manner. The final food which we get as a consumer should be free, should be intact, all the nutrients should be intact in that, and the food should be in the proper hygienic condition. Okay, that should be in the consumable form. So a business that breaks the laws, if any of the food processing companies, if they break the law, if they do not follow the HACCP or the food safety various laws, then the improvement notices, first there are certain notices that have been given to those companies, and the second time means the fixed time period is allotted to them. A fixed time period is given to them, that it have been said to the company in that particular time period they should be able to solve that problem, or they should be able to rectify the problem. And the second is prohibition notices. The company is not permitted to produce the particular food items if they do not follow, even after giving them certain for time period, even if they do not follow their rules, then the prohibition notices are also given to them. The company is not permitted to produce particular food items, so the license is being withdrawn from them, and the prosecution, certain penalties are also employed to them. Now we'll come into the main topic of today's topic is HACCP stands for the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point that I have already told you. Now we will look into the detail what it is exactly and what are the different principles that the HACCP plans are there. So HACCP is a system which looks for and prevents the potential problems before they happen. So during the any production processes, at any particular point of time, there is a probability that certain physical or any type of hazard can happen. So it is a system. HACCP is a system. It is an organized management system which tries to looks for a first it looks for the hazard type of hazard, and then it tries to prevent the potential problems before, means well in advance. We can control certain problems that can happen in any of the food industries. So HACCP may be used by food companies to make sure that do not break the law by putting consumers at risk when producing the food. So HACCP it controls, it tries to controls or it tries to prevents the various problems that can arrive during the process of production. It is a structured approach. Okay, it is a systematic and the structured approach for the risk assessment. Here we try to assess the risk, how much, what is the degree, what is the level of risk that can happen. Okay, and is one of the means to satisfy the risk assessment. Okay, so through studying the HACCP plans, we will be able to analyze and detect the list or the critical control points where the corrective measures or the control measures can be applied well in advance. What does it involve? Now, what does the HACCP plans involve? It identifying the points during the production of a product where the potential hazards may occur. So it identifies the points, the critical control points during the production of a product, any of the product during the production process. It identifies the points where the potential hazards may occur. It can happen. Second point is analyzing. First point is to identify the risk. Second is to analyze the risk. That what is the level of the risk? What is the degree of the risk that may be may happen? So analyzing the risk is also very important of the hazard points happening, including the scale of consequence. So what is the scale of consequence can also be analyzed. Third point is deciding which points are critical. Then the third point is that we have to decide that which of the point is very critical to the consumer safety. Okay, in reference to the consumer safety, which of the point is very critical to control it. Implementing controls, and the final step is implementing the controls, monitoring production and taking action if necessary. So monitoring also, proper monitoring of all the steps of production is also very important. Okay, so that if we are monitoring each and every step or the process of production, then we may be able to identify the possible risk that can happen at any point of time, okay, during the process. So the next is monitoring. Qualities of the HACCP system. First is it is systematic plan. Second one, it is a very efficient plan, and it is on the spot correction can be done here. How does HACCP help? It is a method which food companies or the businesses can use to ensure that their products do not put consumers at risk. So by following any of the food companies or the production or manufacturing or processing industries, if they follow proper HACCP plans or the policies, then they ensure that their products, that their final end produce is very safe for the consumers. It is very safe for the consumers, so that any of the companies can meet the customer satisfaction. Okay, the details of the HACCP system will vary as no two businesses are exactly alike. So, this HACCP system, it depends upon the different type of companies, because all the companies are not the same. Some companies may be big, some companies may be small. So the different HACCP system the principles are the same, but the process of adaptation by the different companies can be different. So now we will see, we have already seen in the last videos what is a hazard, what are the different types of hazards. Again, we will see a hazard. So the definition of hazard is, it is a biological, chemical or physical agent that is reasonably likely to cause illness. So it can be a biological, chemical, or it can be any of the physical agent that can cause injury in the absence of its control. If the proper control measures are not taken, then that particular maybe biological, chemical, or physical agent can cause injury or illness to the human health. And hazard also refers to the conditions. In HACCP, if we see, then hazard refers to the condition or the contaminants in food that can cause. So whatever the contaminants are present in the food that can cause illness, different types of the foodborne illnesses can happen. Types of hazards, we have already seen, there are biological hazards, chemical hazards. So in biological hazards, there are harmful by microorganisms. Okay, then chemical hazards, either it can be naturally occurring or like the different types of gases and intentionally added. Some of the factories, they also release the different gases into the sea, so that can also cause the chemical hazards. Then the different pesticides and insecticides are sprayed by the farmers, so they can also unintentionally they cause chemical hazards. And the physical hazards like glasses, stones, pebbles, metals, whatever the present in the food products, they lead to the physical hazards. Then packaging quality, packaging materials can also cause different types of hazards. And equipment reliability. Okay, the equipment where the food products are stored, they can also cause hazards. So the different types of factors which can cause hazards. Now we will see that what are the critical control points. If we are studying about the HACCP plans or the hazard analysis critical control point, then this critical control point, what comes here, exactly what it is. So a critical control point or the CCP, it is an identifiable point, means we can identify. Identifiable means we can identify that particular point in the production chain. We can say during the production chain, we can identify that particular point where a hazard may occur. So we can identify that particular point during the production chain or the production process where we can apply the control measures, and where the hazard, either it can be minimized or it can be eliminated. Action is taken to prevent. So once that CCP is identified, then the action is taken to prevent the hazard from occurring. Then the action is taken to prevent the hazard. This can either be a point, so it can either be a critical control point, or it can be a step, or it can be a procedure. Like for example, if I'll give you here example during a particular production process. So the different CCPs or the critical control points can be like, first it can be the temperature level, or it can be the pH level, or salt level, or chlorine level. So these are the different criterias which can be called as various critical control points during the production chain at which the control can be applied. So if we identify these different types of CCPs, we will be able to apply the corrective measures at that particular point following the HACCP plan. And it is essential to prevent or eliminate a hazard. So once we have identified that particular CCP, we will be able to eliminate that hazard and reduce it. Either we can eliminate or we can reduce it to an acceptable limit. So at a particular acceptable limit also we can reduce that hazard. A CCP can be used to control more than one hazard. So a CCP can be, even there can be one control point, or there can be more than one critical control points during the food chain production. CCP, again, introduction of chemical residues. So critical control points can be, I have told you that it can be a temperature level or pH level or salt level, chlorine level. So there are different types. These are the examples of CCPs during a production chain. So introduction of chemical residue can be prevented by control at the receiving stage. So how we can reduce the critical control points, how we can identify them, and we can prevent the hazards. For example, here the examples are given. So a chemical hazard can be prevented by control at the formulation or ingredient addition stage. Either if we are adding any particular chemical, so if there is a critical control point at that particular stage, then we can control at that particular stage only. And third one is pathogenic bacteria growth. So if we think that there can be certain pathogenic bacteria can grow, so we can control at that particular point also by refrigerating or storage or chilling. So these things can be applied in order to control that hazard, and we can prevent or eliminate the hazard at that point only. Okay, so now we will see that what are the different 7 principles of HACCP implementation. This is very important. First point is hazard analysis. Hazard analysis, we understand by this is what? First we have to analyze the hazard. Okay, What is the type of hazard? Which type of hazard is there during the production process? So first point is analyzing the hazard. Second is determine the critical control point. Second is firstly, if we have analyzed the hazard, what type of, either it can be physical hazard or can microbiological hazard, or it can be a physical hazard or chemical hazards. Second is we have to identify the critical control points. We have to identify the CCPs. Okay, at what point during the production chain these hazards can happen. And the third is, then after identification of the CCPs, we have to go for establishing the critical limits. Okay, we have to establish the limits. Then fourth is critical control point monitoring. Monitoring of the CCP is also very important. We have to continuously monitor the process of various HACCP plans or the process of production. We have to monitor it, and we have to keep the record of each and every step, so that we can have, so that we indirectly we are increasing the effectiveness of HACCP plan. Fifth point is corrective action. So once we have analyzed the hazard, we have identified the critical control points, and then we are monitoring, we are keeping track of everything. Then the fifth is we have to take the corrective actions. We have to take the actions in order to eliminate or reduce the hazard which can happen in the food chain. Okay, so corrective actions need to be taken. And then sixth point is establish the verification procedures. Every process has to be validated. Okay, validation is also very important. And the last point is proper record keeping. Everything in the production process or any of the food companies, manufacturing companies, proper record keeping is also very important. Record keeping should be done so that we can have a track of HACCP plans being followed and all the safety measures have been taken. Now we will go into one by one, we will go into the 7 principles in detail.